HarperCollins presents The Cosy Croissant Café by Jane Linfoot, read by Kitty Kelly. For Eric, Theo, Dahlia, and Lila Rose, with love, Kiss Kiss. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. May. Chapter 1. The Harbourside, St. Aidan. Window boxes and new leaves. Sunday. A summer by the sea might not be what we'd planned, Pumpkin, but it may turn out to be awesome. As I'm talking to a pony, I'm not expecting an answer. And we both know I'm reassuring myself as much as him. Getting Pumpkin all the way from Somerset to Cornwall on a sunny Sunday, when the narrow, winding streets of St. Aidan are heaving with visitors, means there's been no time for regrets about the life we're leaving behind. Arriving on the harbourside with a bright chestnut Shetland pony, who shakes his blonde mane as he takes his first breaths of sea air, means an audience is unavoidable, and Pumpkin insists on getting an ear scratch from every group of visitors we pass. His hooves are clattering on the cobbles as we finally leave the brightly coloured boats bobbing in the harbour and head off towards the beach path. I give a firm tug on his lead rein when he tries to snatch a mouthful of daisies from the window box of the last of the little stone cottages that line the quayside. The flowers here might be at nose height, but they're not there for ponies, mister. As I hitch up my rucksack of essentials, I feel the vibration of my phone in my pocket. I'm guessing it's my big sister Scarlett checking in on us. Me having to move out of the bedsit where I've spent the last few years wasn't ideal, especially when I have a pony in tow. But Scarlett has come to our rescue and offered us the use of her Cornish holiday home while she's staying in the States. It's all been a bit rushed, and I'm hoping to slip into town quietly so she can bring her other half, Tate, up to speed with the arrangements before he hears it from anyone local. When it comes to organisation, Scarlett is epic. Within a couple of hours of me jumping at her offer, she'd sorted a space by the harbour for me to leave the horse trailer, organised a local parking permit for my car, had a fencer to check that the field her cottage stands in is pony-proof, and a botanist to check there were no poisonous plants. And if this is her now, she'll be ringing from the departure lounge at Heathrow to fill me in on any last-minute instructions.
Great you're there safely, Betty. What colour is the sea?
I look out across the bay. The water's deep turquoise, the sun is making it shine like fish scales, and there are lines of white breakers racing towards the shore. She gives a wistful sigh. Tell me some more. I need a last Cornish fix before I fly away. I look around. The seagulls are calling as they follow a fishing boat. The pink and white cottages look like Lego houses stacked up the hillside behind me. We're walking past that cafe made out of planks, and it's so busy the queue is spilling off the deck and onto the sand. She moans, I'm so going to miss the surf shack. I catch sight of the painted menu board. However delish the ice cream sundaes are here, once you get to New York, you'll be all about the cheesecake and the hot dogs. I always forget she's practically vegan, so I add, they're bound to have fabulous meat-free versions. Scarlett and I are 4 years apart, and other than sharing our surname and our auburn hair tone, we couldn't be more different. I try to sidestep the sensible stuff, where she grabs it with both hands. As a child, while I was making flower petal dinners for butterflies, she was strutting around in Gran's cast-off high heels, taking shorthand notes and picking out her wedding cake from the Marks & Spencer Complete Guide to Celebration Icing. Her entire childhood was spent trying to fast forward to adulthood. And at 32, she's made a name for herself as a buyer in the fashion industry. She has an architect husband, Tate, and they live in a gigantic house that they built themselves in the coolest suburb in Manchester. Thankfully, they stopped short of kids, because, much as I love her, I'm not sure Scarlett has the space to add a child into the whirlwind that's her life. Obviously, they had to put their spare energy into something, and the next best thing to a baby was a holiday home, which is how Pumpkin and I ended up here in the picturesque village of St.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?